Sometimes the deepest wounds come from the people we expect to protect and love us the most, our own parents. It's not easy to believe that the ones who gave you life could also be the ones who hurt you, compete with you, or even wish you harm. This kind of pain is real, and it cuts deeper than words can describe. But even in the middle of that heartbreak, you must remember, your story is not over. You were created with love by a God who sees everything and knows your true worth. What was meant to break you can become the very thing that builds you. Your life still holds a bright, beautiful purpose that no amount of rejection can erase. You are not alone, and you are not powerless. You are stronger than you think, and your best days are still ahead. It's a deep kind of heartbreak when a child realizes they are not loved the way they hoped to be. Most of us grow up believing that our parents love us unconditionally, that they want the best for us, and that they are proud of us simply for existing. They brought us into the world after all, named us, fed us, raised us. But for some children, that dream is shattered early. They start to notice something is off, maybe in how they are spoken to or how they are treated compared to their siblings. Slowly, painfully, they begin to feel unwanted, unloved, or even hated. This kind of rejection cuts deeply because it comes from the people whose love should have been guaranteed. It's not just about feeling alone, it's about feeling invisible in the place that should have been your sanctuary. But even in the midst of that pain, it's important to know this truth. You are not broken. You are not unworthy. Sometimes a parent's inability to love is a reflection of their own wounds, not your worth. You may not have chosen your beginning, but you can choose your healing. And healing starts by knowing you deserve love, real, tender, unconditional love. Imagine a young child, bright-eyed and full of questions, not understanding why their smiles are met with coldness, or why their good grades make their parents angry instead of proud. That child starts to wonder if they did something wrong. They become quiet, careful, always trying to earn love they should never have to beg for. They may go out of their way to be helpful, obedient, or perfect, just to hear one kind word. But it never comes, and the child is left with confusion instead of comfort. What that child doesn't realize is that the problem is not with them, it's with the parents who, for some reasons they may never fully understand, has chosen resentment over love. And if you were that child, if you ever felt you had to prove yourself just to be accepted, please know this: you were always enough, even when they couldn't see it. Some people are too broken to give what they never received, but you can be different. You can be the one who heals, who nurtures, who becomes the kind of love you never got from your parents. Some people inherit pain, bitterness, and toxic behaviors from generations before them. But the Bible shows that with God, you can be the one to break the cycle. The one who sins is the one who will die. The child will not share the guilt of the parent, nor will the parent share the guilt of the child. You are not bound by your parents' sin or failures. You can choose a new path. With God, you are free to live differently, to choose healing, growth, and blessing. Some parents feel deeply insecure when they see their own child thriving, especially if they see in their child everything they never became. Instead of being proud, they feel jealous. Instead of feeling inspired, they feel threatened. When a parent's sense of self-worth is tied to control or comparison, they may begin to see their child not as a gift but as a rival. And so rather than cheering their child on, they try to dim their light. They sabotage their child's dream. They speak words meant to weaken, not strengthen. This is one of the most heartbreaking realities a child can face, being seen as competition instead of a beloved creation. But your light is not a crime. Your gifts, your talents, your successes, these are not threats to anyone. They are blessings. You were meant to shine. If someone in your life, even a parent, cannot handle your brightness, that's their battle, not yours. Do not shrink yourself. Do not stop growing. Your future does not belong to their fear. It belongs to your courage. Sometimes the fear and resentment of a parent can grow into active sabotage. They may deliberately withhold education, deny medical care, or twist spiritual practices to harm their own child. It sounds unthinkable, but for some children, this is their reality. These parents go beyond emotional neglect. They create barriers to stop their child from rising. They may manipulate, lie, or use fear to keep their child small. This is not parenting. It is abuse, masked by tradition or silence. If your parents have tried to sabotage you, even through spiritual means, know that God is greater. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Any scheme, any cause, any evil plan cannot succeed against a child of God. God not only sees injustice, He fights for you. What was meant to harm you can become the soil where your strength grows. Yes, it is hard, it is unfair, and no child should have to face such betrayal. But some of the world's toughest souls have come from places of deep suffering. You may have been targeted, but you are not defeated. There is a future that is still yours. There is hope that cannot be caused. And there is a path forward, even when others tried to block the way. Some parents cannot bear to look at their child because they see in them a reflection of all they wish they had done, all the things they failed to become. Instead of owning their journey, they blame the child for the pain they carry. The child becomes a reminder of lost opportunities, of unfulfilled dreams, and so rather than healing, they project their bitterness onto someone who had nothing to do with their failures. The child becomes the scapegoat for emotions the parent never processed. If this has been your experience, you may have grown up carrying shame that was never yours to begin with. You may have believed you were the problem, but let's set the record straight. You were not their failure. You were their chance to do better. Their inability to embrace that chance is not your burden. You do not have to repeat their story. You can look in the mirror and see not their pain, but your potential. You are not here to live in their shadow. You are here to become fully, freely, and beautifully you. No matter where you come from, no matter who failed to love you the way you deserved, know this: you are precious. You are not defined by the pain others caused you. You are defined by the strength you have built, the love you still carry, and the future you are still destined to walk into. Even if your earthly parents could not see your value, your heavenly Father does, and He has never left your side. Every tear, every hurt, every lonely night is seen, and none of it is wasted. You were born to rise, to heal, and to shine. Your story is not a story of defeat. It is a story of victory. Keep going. Keep believing. The best chapters of your life are still waiting to be written. And this time, they will be written in love, not in pain. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.